2021 forecast reading. Right, so we are going to do tarot cards for you guys, and we're going to do relationship readings. So Sagittarius, what's in store for you guys in the month of May 2021? Also, if you'd like a personal reading with me, I will put that link in the description box below. Right, Sagittarius, May 2021. Let's see. First card up for you guys is Page of Earth. This is coming up a lot at the moment. The pages for me is always a little impulsive. They feel like that. Whichever suite they're in, they the kind of impulsive move that comes along, okay? And earth matters is obviously materialistic things to do with earthly goals, earthly aspirations, material things, that kind of thing. He's got the wings of a dragonfly. And it's interesting because I've always thought of the dragonfly as confronting things we deny to ourselves. But I was reading a bit again about it. It came up in something. And of course, when it comes up, it's relevant. And here's the dragonfly story exactly for you today. And I was reading it last night. So it's also about welcoming change. So I would say that your theme for the month of May will be to welcome change, Sagittarius. You might feel as if you're stepping into it too quickly, is what I'm hearing, but welcome the change. Okay, so that's definitely coming up. The Four of Fire, okay, she has 4 little lanterns. She's playing the flute. She is a butterfly. Okay, she's got butterfly wings. Butterflies are also change. Okay, that's emerging into a new state of being. Playing the lute to me, now fire cards is action cards, right? The 4 cards is always the foundations. It's the building blocks of what you are doing. In fire, it's the building blocks of taking action, or taking action provides the building blocks. She's sitting on a circle. Can you see that? The stone has a circle cut out of it. So this is possibly, whenever I see circles, you're coming back to the same point in a situation again. This time you're going to need to take action, and you're going to need to take it fairly quickly, or you will feel pushed to take it quickly. It's going to bring about change. Welcome the change, okay? It is the foundation of something, the beginning of something that you are building. Interesting, read this, okay? And your next card up for you, Ten of Earth. You are building the foundation of something fairly lucrative, okay? Lucrative can be on a small scale. In other words, it brings you a nice income every month that you absolutely welcome. Lucrative can even be much bigger than that. But 10 of Earth is all your material sort of resources, your material possessions that make you feel comfortable, wealthy, looked after, nurtured, taken care of. They are the things that make you feel like you have your feet firmly planted on the ground and you're happy to be there, okay? But they're things. So you're going to be taking some kind of action in May. It's going to happen quite quickly. It's going to bring in change. You've been at this point before, okay? And you're building the foundations of something. You're calling in something, okay? And it's going to bring about change, metamorphosis. But in the end, it is going to bring you some kind of wealth, some kind of material wealth. However that plays out for you, it can play out in so many different ways, okay? Material wealth means different things to different people. And also depends on your life story. King of Water, lovely old man in here, and he's happy and he's content, and he's reached the top of his game. He is quite comfortable with his feelings. He knows how to use his feelings to his benefit. He tunes into his feelings. He listens to them as a barometer of what is happening in his life, and then he takes the kind of action, okay, that is required. So this man, this King of Water, and that's you in this story, okay, regardless if you're male or female, doesn't matter, is all about knowing yourself well enough, or recognizing when you have feelings about things that they are a barometer of should I, shouldn't I. Okay, so it's paying attention to those feelings, being able to read them clearly, and then after that, taking the kind of action that resonates with those feelings, okay? The next card that wants to jump out, Four of Earth. So we've got 2 fours in it here. So you are building a very solid foundation at the moment. You have the 4 corners marked out by the end of May of this solid foundation, okay? So this is very nice for you guys. So it starts off with a sudden action and a sudden change. And even though it feels like it's maybe moving a bit fast for you, and maybe it feels like this change is a bit big for you and you're not sure about it, it is bringing in a very solid foundation for you. And pay attention to your feelings. You will be paying attention to your feelings. You'll be reading your feelings correctly because they're a good barometer of what's going to be going on. 9 of water. Isn't that nice? Okay. So this is all the things. Look how happy she looks. All the treasures in your life that make you feel very happy are coming to you. What are those? That depends entirely on you and your life story. Okay. But by the end of May, something has happened, something has unfolded, you've taken action, things have happened that have you feeling like you have your treasures, you have what you treasure, and it makes you feel very happy. It's a very nice reading, Sagittarius. I'm happy for you. Right, now let's have a look at your relationships. Okay, this is for all of you, for those of you in, for those of you looking, for those of you just have relationships in general. 4 of Earth stayed behind, so this is an important card for you guys. Pick them all up. This one's insisted on staying behind. Okay, you have a solid foundation that you are working on in May, and you start to see it definitely manifesting for you. Okay, whichever, it is an earth card, so even though I say whichever area of life this plays out, it plays out on the earthly plane. This is not about spiritual, and it's not about relationships so much as it is about you and your place on the planet in a physical way. Okay, right, now let's see what relationships hold in store for you. And your first card up, Sagittarius, is freeing yourself. With that lineup of cards that you had, the tarot cards, I'm not surprised that this card turns up. I think something frees you up in May. Something that was holding you back, holding you down, tying you down, is kind of done and dusted in May, and it moves off and it frees you up. Okay, let's see where this goes. What's it freeing you up for? A soulmate. Okay, so something that was stopping a soulmate from coming in, and if you're in an existing relationship, stopping that soulmate relationship from reaching its next level, it has done its thing in May. I will often say, we try to give up things, but they have an expiry date, and I'm talking about things that stop us, that tie us down, that hold us down, that hold us back. They do have an expiry date, and the expiry date for whatever that was comes in May. So even though, we often think, well, I have to work on quitting this and fixing that, they also have their own expiry date. And that thing, whatever it was that was holding you back and holding you down, it expires in May, and you can move on. So you can either be letting in a soulmate, then whatever it is that finishes up, it's gone. Will allow that soulmate to get closer and into your life now. An existing relationship, it's the same energy, okay? So let's see where this goes. So it's an old family issue, this. So it's a relationship dynamic that you have that you may not even be all that consciously aware of, and you got it many, many, many years ago. But it has worked its way through. It's like running a race, and you're getting to the end of the race of whatever that dynamic is, and it's done and dusted now. You finished up with it, and now your relationship can move to its next level, or you can attract in that soulmate, okay? All experiences have their expiry date, even the ones that we're not even that consciously aware of. Okay, and playfulness comes into your life. I feel levity. I feel like whatever it is that you are now freed of that was tying you down, it kind of takes a burden off you, and you can be more playful about your relationships. You can be more playful about your attitude towards relationships, even about a soulmate relationship. You just feel lighter about it, okay? And that is possibly one of the key ingredients that draws in the soulmate for you. I'm looking that way because there's a lizard that now came into the house. They come in all the time, and it's jumping up and down on my screen door, making a noise. It should go back outside again. We will help it just now. Okay, so this is interesting because 3 cards jumped out. I'm not going to ignore them. Let your friends help you. This could be the one, release your ex. So for some of you, that thing that you let go of is an old story with an ex that has somehow kept you from drawing in that new soulmate, okay? And it's not that you necessarily consciously thought all the time, but somewhere in your subconscious was a feeling, like a reticence, and a little wall that you held up because of what happened in an old relationship. And if you're in a relationship, it could even be from a relationship before that one, but its time is up, okay? You meet someone new, if you are looking for someone, courtesy of your social circle. This person is known to you, okay? They are not a complete stranger. You know of them. You have possibly met them before, or your friends know them very well, okay? In an existing relationship, I I will always say when those two cards come up together, these two cards come up together, that your social circle is important to the next level of your relationship, okay? Because you are with the one, and they may be the ones that help you move through this dynamic that's been keeping your relationship at a certain level so that it can't move on. And like I said, may not even consciously happen. You may not even be aware of the fact that that's happening. But something in your relationship dynamics is done and dusted in the month of May. It's finished. You've been there. You've got the t-shirt. You're moving on. You're going to have a much, much better time with a soulmate. Okay? You're going to realize it's the one, or you're going to draw in the one now. Okay? Because that experience, whatever it was that was tying you down, holding you back, and it has something with... Look, if you have an old dynamic that stems back from family times, and you might not even be consciously aware of that, you are going to play it out in your relationships until the time comes where you, thank God, where you let go of it, okay, where it has finished, and that time comes in May. Then you can look forward to that, okay? Right, Sagittarius, good reading. There is forward movement in May. Big forward movement, a big sudden step, I feel. It's not a transition at all. It's an overnight thing for you. Okay. I hope you enjoyed that reading. Thank you for watching, liking, listening, subscribing. I genuinely appreciate it. Wishing you lots of hugs and blessings for the month of May. And if you want a reading from me, I will put that link in the description box below. We'll speak again soon.